Hello everybody, Yannick here for Yannick's Photo School, and today we're back in Lightroom. I just love Lightroom, and I want to sell you guys to it because it's such a great software for half the price of what you pay for Photoshop. And today I'm going to show you not a feature that's in Lightroom. I'm actually going to post-process an image. I've had a couple of requests from some of our readers here at Yannick's Photo School to try and do what's pretty much in fashion right now in some of the nature stock images, which is basically creating a really warm feeling in the image with an orangey sky, but keeping the foreground colors pretty much intact, like a green grass stays green. So basically, I played around in Lightroom and trying to get that effect, and it just so happened that I went to a place called Chamboisé not too long ago, which is a silent retreat place where you just go there and think about life in general, and I recommend you do that once in a while. It's good for the soul. But now back to Lightroom. Basically, we're going to take this photo and make it into this. Isn't that cool? All in Lightroom. So the only thing that I did in Photoshop, because I'm better at it in Photoshop than in Lightroom, I have more precision, is to remove this tree branch there. But all the other post-processing is done directly in Lightroom. Now I've done this image a couple of days back, so let's hope I remember all the steps. But anyway, it'll look pretty close to that. The first thing that you need to do before you go and add an orange gradient to the sky is you want to remove as much of the blue as possible, because orange on top of blue doesn't make the sky as warm as you would want it to. So what you need to do is bring your white balance up, heat it up a little bit, like so. And that looks good. The next thing you want to do, you see these halos around the sun, you want to remove as much as possible. So you'll use the recovery slider to bring back some of the pixels, the blown out pixels, like so. Actually all the way up to 100 for this image. It works perfect. And the next thing you're going to do is boost the exposure a little bit, not too much. You don't want to bring those highlights back. A little bit of contrast. All right, now we're ready to play with the new tools that are only available in Lightroom 2. And the first one is the gradient tool. I just love this tool so much. It's this button here. Just click on that. A dialog box appears. The menu, I should say, appears there. And the first thing we're going to do is bring our green grass. Now, I've already have a green color chosen, but if you just click on this, you can go and choose your green color. And that's the one I chose. It's all arbitrary. It all depends what your tastes are. Then you click on your image and drag to the horizon, a bit like so. Maybe a little bit more because we want it to fade into the orange. And there you go. Now what we'll be doing next is let's do the orange sky now. So again, we're using the gradient tool, clicking on the color palette, and getting ourselves a nice orange color there. This looks about good. And again, click and drag. Blend it in with some of the green in there so that it mixes well. And that's it. Now, the next thing that I did to bring out some of the highlights in the grass was to use the adjustment brush, and I went into exposure, clicked on the plus sign because I want plus exposure, and I basically went in and brought some of the highlights in the grass up, just like so, to make it more lively. And then you can go play with that and adjust it, darken it, lighting up to the amount that you want. And about one exposure value point is what I needed for this. And it's that simple to create this type of effect using only Lightroom. As I mentioned, that the tree here I removed after because it didn't look really good in Photoshop, because I prefer using the healing brush and clone tool in Photoshop for when it's not just dust spots or whatnot. All right, so let's see what I did a few days ago and what I did today. It's basically very similar. The only difference is the sky is a bit more orangey and less yellow. And there you go. So let's look at the before and after. That was done in just a few clicks using my favorite software in the world, Lightroom. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.